Hello, welcome back to the video series dedicated to a show on Bravo all about bartenders and them trying to interview to work for LISA Vanderpump. That's right, I'm talking about Bravo's original series, Vanderpump Rules Season 7, Episode 4. And if you thought we were almost out of the brush of James Kennedy drama, well, we're in the thick of it. We're knee deep in this swamp of drama and we're just trudging through it. But last episode, we saw Katie talk to Lisa and giving her an ultimatum saying that it's either James or Katie that has to leave, that is going to leave because of what James has said, not only to Katie, but in the past to all different types of women like Scheana, Stassi, LaLa's boyfriend, and Katie, a couple of times to Katie. She said, it's either him or me. I'm going to be getting out of here if you're going to keep James on. And we saw Lisa really going back and forth because on a personal level, Lisa does not like what James has said to Katie or to any female derogatory, which we've seen James do this multiple times over the years. But on a business side, James is doing great. He's killing it. 20% higher on Tuesdays. That's fantastic. So we see Lisa kind of going back and forth, getting angles on all different sides and whatnot. But that doesn't stop everybody else from talking about it. James helps Scheana move, and then Scheana brings it up. James is automatically pissed because he's doing all the work for Scheana while she's on her phone, and now he's getting a lecture too. This is the ultimate punishment, can I just say. Also, LaLa brings it up yet again to Raquel this time during his see you next Tuesday thing. We're just seeing him doing his thing, and then LaLa attacks Raquel, and Raquel's going back and forth. They're clapping each other's face. Stop clapping in my face, and all this other stuff. And then Raquel breaks down. James is like packing up his stuff way early. There's still music playing, so I mean, he must be playing a tape or something while he's packing up and whatnot. And it's just going nuts and going crazy. The only thing redeemable I've seen from James this time is that we get to see him interact with his whole family. We get to see his mom, dad, and his two brothers, Raquel and him, all at this like graduation dinner and whatnot, lunch. I guess it's lunch thing, and he gives his younger brother $5,000 for graduating. $5,000. Yeah, he does a show. Yeah, he does DJing work and whatnot. But $5,000 is still $5,000. That is still a really, really good amount of money. And he gives that to his younger brother, and you get to see him. He gets a little teary-eyed from being with his family. You can see that this is something that really is important to him, and and to me, this is like. You get to see that he's still a person. Yeah, he does some really crappy stuff. Yeah, you want to like write him on Twitter and all this other stuff, bash about him. No matter how much you want to bash him, just remember they're still people on these shows. Yes, they're playing the heel. They might be playing themselves. He might be a real big dirtbag in real life, just like Jax was way back when he was younger and whatnot. I mean, I still think Jax is a little bit of a dirtbag here and there, but who isn't a big dirtbag here and there? But remember, they're still people. So before you give them a tongue lashing over Twitter or Instagram, just remember that. Then we get to see, speaking of Jax, we see him and Brittany making this Mima's beer cheese, where Brittany's making it, and then Jax is looking for somebody that has a printer so he can print out the permit and give it to Brittany so she can fill it out. Next venture idea, we see Tom and Tom getting ready to interview a whole bunch of people to be future employees of Tom Tom the bar. We get to see their different management styles, where Tom Schwartz loves everybody and Sandoval is on the exact opposite, where he is so critical of everything, which, I mean, he did trip up that one guy, which was a really good one, but I mean, they're just on different planes and whatnot. I mean, if they would mesh up together, maybe they would like form really one trusting, strict. Maybe they would form up like Lisa, because I mean she's trusts and loves everybody, and then she's just very strict on the other side with her like standards and all this other stuff. But in the middle of everybody interviewing, James comes in. He has like this meeting with Lisa, and Lisa sits him down, and they're talking and whatnot, and James seems like he's thoroughly doesn't know why he's there. He's like, why am I here? Like, why do you think you're here? like, so many people have already talked to you about this whole thing with Katie, that you didn't think it was going to trickle down to Lisa, that somebody was going to talk to her, and not even Katie was going to talk to her about this whole thing. Well, they're talking and whatnot, and then finally he's just like, are you going to fire me? And she says yes, and he just instantly balls. His face gets so red, and he has to get up, and he just walks out. And Lisa seems very distraught about this. I mean, for years, she's been trying to work with him. She's seen some progress, but I mean, he still takes like 3 steps back, and then 3 steps forward, and then 5 steps back here and there. So it's very frustrating for her. But what did you think about this episode? That's where this episode left off. Let me know in the comment section below. And even in the little teaser we saw, Lisa comes back to his apartment. Why do you think she's back at his apartment for next episode? Do you think she's just checking up on him? Maybe she'll give him his job back? What do you want to see? What do you think? Do you think it's just desserts that he got fired? What do you think about his his robe that says White Kanye? Why does he have that? I thought he was just calling himself that. Let alone, he has a robe that says White Kanye on it. Why? Why is that happening? What do you think about it? Leave it in the comment section below. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to. Leave me a comment. I want to hear what you have to say. But I'll see you on next week to talk about the next episode of Vanderpump Rules. Peace.